Victory Tower is a challenging event that instills confidence, aggressiveness, and teamwork. Soldiers negotiate several rope bridges, ladders, and a cargo net. Drill sergeants teach the soldiers how to rappel down a 40-foot wall.
A figure 8 and a harness. You should have all of these. Now what I want you to do is your D-ring. It has a fat, meaty barrel on it. Right? Everybody should have that big, fat, meaty barrel. You are going to grab it, push or pull, depending on what you're doing.
Stop, lock it back in. Go, back. Go on it. Go all the way down, all the way down. Like that. Same one on the leg. Alright.
I don't know who you are, but let go of my rope.
Main two, the prow. Yes.
Unless it's like hit the wood, the hold yourself up. I was like, you know what? I don't even care. That's actually tough. On the inverted wall.
Hell yeah. The one where it's like this.
Oh, the inverted kid lab.
Yeah.
No. That is like inverted wall. How do you go up and inverted wall?
Back. Go. Alright, stop. Brett, let's go. Alright, keep going, over now. There you go. Got the R, right? Come on, work faster. I got all day.
Let's go, big country!
Because I asked her, she was one time today.
Big country, don't make no go, Morgan.
But now I want a big country.
Alright. Hey, Porter, another big party. Let's go!
Took 4, next time 3, back up.
Soldiers learn to recognize and react properly to the dangers of chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear attacks at CBRN training. Classes are given to inspect, clean, and properly fit the M50 protective mask. They also are instructed how to don, clear, and seal the mask in a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear environment.
Keep walking. Right, open platform. Open your eyes. Look at your face. Open your eyes. Not touch your face. Flatten your arms. Keep walk. 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 Open your eyes. Walk. Touch your face.
Jump over it, jump over it.
Fit to Win is an endurance course that has 15 different obstacles that a soldier must negotiate. They jump over walls, crawl through culverts, climb cargo nets, and crawl under barbed wire. Soldiers will negotiate this course up to 3 times during the training cycle.
Now you guys are good to go through. Go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Now where are you going? Go, 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 go. It is.
Right, man does.
That's it, what? Hold on, hold on.
Hey, you can't drink.
Let's go.
Hey, guys, button up.
Stand up.
You gotta go to yours.
Second lieutenant.
Go. How are you going? Hey, Trey, shift over. This thing's fucking terrible. Terrible. No. If it works.
Come on.
Done. Permanent safety. Hurry up, hurry up.
Unit. Work. Come on, work. Everyone else go line up. Go be a safety. Come on, E6. Let's go. All right, go be safe. Hey, sit down. You got to load it all the way down. Let's go. Here we go. Watch your head.
Keep it up.
Watch the right knee down.
Go. Work. Go, second. Go. You guys got this. Let's go.
Come on, William. There you go, babe. There you go. Hey, second kill your hip right in the ground.
Keep your hips down.
Go.
1, 2.
Push it.
Keep your hips down, female.
Good.
Hips down.
Let's go. Around your feet. Let's go.
medical simulation training marks the culmination of the Soldier's Combat Lifesaver course. Here, the soldiers must put into practice the medical skills they have been taught. Soldiers will demonstrate treatment and evacuation of casualties.
With the roll, bring the roll up to the pressure bin, or to the pressure box. What do we do from here? Into the pressure box. Okay, you got ahead of me, you've already messed it up. Okay. Go up, go down. Follow that pattern. You run out and you flip it in. Flip it in somewhere in the middle. Don't flip it to the top or bottom.
Like that, gotta be at the ground.
Outside of your thigh. Okay? Do not make it inside your thigh. Do not make it behind your thigh. You need to go flooding to the outside. Grab that with the tail. Pull all the slack out of it. Get it as tight as you can with just the Velcro. And Velcro it down completely on itself. Don't be moaning like this. Don't be moaning like this. When you're done, last leg, hurry up.
Cool thing.
We going away, right? You're already going? Did you say go?
Out on your own leg. Hurry up, get it done.
Okay, this leg's a lot bigger than the other one.
Put it all the way on. Get it. That clip needs to stay on your pocket. Leave it behind the clip. Ready? Go behind the clip. Light the rope. I don't want to hear it. First, I don't want to hear it from y'all either. If you can't put your own tourniquet on, then I'm you have to go put your own tourniquet on. If you cannot, and you get injured, once you get your tourniquet on, stick it at the head of your casualty. Hurry up! Pain is the casualty's problem, it's not yours, but they said. About what?
On the confidence course, the soldiers work together to solve mental and physical challenges. A series of 24 obstacles test balance, physical strength, and mental endurance. There are 4 trails that consist of several obstacles to include the Slide for Life, Berlin Wall, 5 Walls, the Skyscraper, and the Victory Slide.
Yep, get on the shoulder now. Get on the shoulder now. And now push her up. Yep, there you go. Grab on the other side. Yep, put your leg over. Put your leg over. Put your leg over. Come on. There you go.
That technique only works for somebody that has a lot of upper body. You gotta lay it all away.
Let's get him up and then they can grab us.
Get over my wall!
All right, Bulls, be careful. Just hang. There you go.
Down.
There you go. Hand over hand. There you go. Hey. Level.
Attention first, and then move over. Try that again. Nope, stop. Try that again. Same thing.
He gets up. Hey, make a formation, Craig. Like a line formation.
During rifle marksmanship training, soldiers are taught how to maintain and fire the M16 rifle. They learn how to engage stationary and pop-up targets at distances from 50 to 300 meters. The goal is for all soldiers to qualify on computerized ranges. Soldiers fire 40 rounds of ammunition when qualifying. Depending on the number of targets hit, soldiers are classified as an expert, sharpshooter, or marksman.
Y'all got ammo up here? No, I sent people to go get that way they can.
At Omaha Range, soldiers test their ability to move over, through, and around obstacles in the face of fear, danger, and physical adversity. They learn to take cover, return fire, and maneuver toward an objective using coordinated movements with their battle buddy.
Hunt, Pat. 2 enemies, 12 o'clock. 200 meters.
2 enemies, 12 o'clock, 2 enemies.
Shoot at the right one, folks.
Contact.
Find cover, do not be too short.
4 enemies, 12 o'clock, 30 meters.
4 enemies, 12 o'clock, 40 meters.
Looking on stage.
Keep your weapon pointed straight downrange.
Weapon safe.
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
On the inside chain.
Bang. Bang. Yes, Sergeant.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hold still for you. See that out? Stop right here, okay?
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Moving on stage.
Bang, bang. 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 Bang! Bang!
Weapon on stage.
Bang! Bang!
Cover me while I prep my grenade. Proper grip. On the cliff. Push bullpen. Think of teeth. Frag out!
Boom! Show 'em alert!
Soldiers' knowledge and training are put to the test with an external evaluation. Outside examiners check the soldier's proficiency in a number of skills, from hand signals and map reading to weapons maintenance and medical tasks. This testing determines if soldiers are qualified to participate in basic combat trainings, culminating field training exercise.
Right, the local time for South Carolina, not Lima, hang tight, R. Different zone identifiers, not always taking the same. Here we use R. South Carolina, dragon, remember that. What month is it? So we write the three-letter month for our native country, APR. Next, you're gonna write the year. What year is it? 24. All right. So training. You now have the complete format. Now you're gonna put a little backslash. Now, what is the method of observation? How do we see the enemy? What's the scenario? Write it in. Go to Hilltop 192. Everybody find it on your map. Put your finger on it. That little dot, that left-hand side, 192 circled in red, that little dot, where you're going to get a 6-digit grid to. Everybody understand that?
Gas. All clear. Gas. All clear. Second order. Yeah. Our little day, my special orders. They cover most of it up with music anyways. No, not always. Trust me. I literally, it was 3 seconds ago. I said something wall to wall.
It was next to my chair, behind my back. He literally walked up against my chair, against my back. Yes, it was. No, fuck him. 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, correction. 3 minutes. Right there in the back. Yeah, that's what you got. Right back there. Yeah, that's not how anyone was talking. Okay, 20 seconds. Alright, smeared everywhere. 15. 10.
And that's what I do with compression, doing compression, and that's what I'm trying to rely on. And I'm not saying I'm supposed to. I got good form, and I do it properly. I feel like I've done it so long, and it's just like, yes, I've gotten stronger in the deadlift, but I unload and clear, I just get to turn around.
Immediate action.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding General, Major General Jason E. Kelly, and the Post Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Eric Oakes, welcome to the United States Army Training Center and Fort Jackson for the retirement review of 2 soldiers and graduation of Companies Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo from the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, 165th Infantry Brigade. Please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Caleb McCary.
Will you pray with me? Gracious Father, we gather today to recognize the hard work, tenacity, and commitment of the newest soldiers in the United States Army as they graduate from basic combat training and move on to the next steps in their journey. I thank you for seeing them safely through the challenges of the last few months as they endured long days, physical challenges, and the mental stress that helped mold them into the soldier leaders the Army needs for the days ahead. And now as we send this precious treasure of America's sons and daughters off to start their Army careers, I echo the words of an ancient blessing over them, their families, and all gathered here today. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen.
Please be seated. The purpose of today's ceremony is to recognize the commitment of the men and women you see here who have chosen to serve their country as soldiers. This review is the last official formation in the careers of 2 lifelong soldiers and for our newest soldiers. Not everyone successfully completes this difficult period of training. Far fewer are able to accept the challenges and difficulties that come with the life of a career soldier. But those in formation today represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit soldiers who exemplify the Army's 7 core values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They are imbued with the warrior ethos and display the tenets of putting the mission first, never accepting defeat, never quitting, and never leaving behind a fallen comrade. This is an important day, and these soldiers can take great pride in their accomplishments. To the parents, families, and friends of these soldiers, Fort Jackson extends a very warm and sincere welcome. We are justifiably proud of our retirees' lifelong dedication to our nation and are truly honored that the next generation standing on this field have chosen to join our ranks. Please direct your attention to the left of the formation. The units marching today from your left to right are the 282nd Army Band under the direction of 1st Sergeant Sean Cupp, graduating soldiers from Companies Alpha, Bravo, the Battalion Color Guard, and graduating soldiers from Companies Charlie, Delta, and Echo. Identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeants. These dedicated, non-commissioned officers form the backbone of the Army's training center system, selected based on professional competence, leadership ability, and years of service. These men and women undergo intensive training to earn the right to wear the distinctive hat and insignia. With the drill sergeant hat goes the most important responsibility of molding civilian men and women into soldiers. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Major Michelle Walker, who serves as the executive officer for the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment. She and the battalion staff are positioned on the field. The reviewing officer for today's graduation is the commander of the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Randolph J. Fleming. On his left is First Sergeant Brandon S. Moss, the battalion's senior non-commissioned officer, master trainer, and principal advisor to the commander. The commander of troops will now bring forward the colors and persons to be honored.
Colors and persons to be honored. Center, march.
commitment are the hallmarks of professionalism. The soldiers and drill sergeants coming forward will be recognized for their excellence in training and duty performance and serve as examples to all.
The colors and persons to be honored are present.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. It is appropriate for soldiers in uniform and all armed forces veterans to salute the American flag. We ask our civilian guests to please remove your headgear and place your right hand over your heart as our national anthem is played.
Detachment, present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Detachment, order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness the retirement of two lifelong soldiers. All soldiers begin their journey by graduating from basic combat training. Over the years, there have been changes to how the Army conducts basic training. However, many things remain the same. It was during basic training that these two soldiers were first introduced to the Army values. It is where they learned the importance of teamwork and that the Army truly is a family. That sense of team and Army family is still embedded in what is done here today. Over 20 years ago, these soldiers took the same oath to defend this nation that your loved ones on the field have taken. We salute these great soldiers as they pass the torch of freedom along to the newest generation of soldiers, your loved ones standing on the field today. A certificate of appreciation from the President of the United States will be presented to those retiring today. It reads, I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during critical times in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years, you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you served. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. A certificate of retirement from the Chief of Staff, United States Army, is also presented to those retiring today, and to the spouses of today's retirees for their dedicated service to our nation. At this time, Colonel Uthloud and Command Sergeant Major Blyler will recognize our trainees for their service to the United States Army. Dr. Jacqueline Ortiz. Dr. Jacqueline Ortiz, having served honorably for 44 years of service, is placed on the retirement list effective 1 May 2024. Dr. Jacqueline Ortiz entered active duty in Fort Dix, New Jersey, and will reside in South Carolina upon retirement. Dr. Ortiz is receiving the Distinguished Civilian Service Medal for her accomplished years of service. Her fondest professional achievement is serving as the Commandant for the Initial Military Training Leadership School. Chaplain Carl Chiato. Chaplain Carl Chiato, having served honorably for 14 years of service, is placed on the retirement list effective 25 April 2024. Chaplain Chiato entered active duty in Fort Bliss, Texas, and will reside in South Carolina upon retirement. His fondest professional achievement was initiating and executing intra-theater airlift in the CENTCOM area of responsibility in support of the Unit Ministry Team Battlefield Circulation Plan that paved the way for their battalion command team and staff to circulate the theater safely amidst COVID-19 restrictions. The nation salutes Carl Chiato, Chaplain Carl Chiato. Retired. United States Army. Please join me in a round of applause for our retiree and their families. Although newly retired, they will always be a part of our Army family. The soldiers most responsible for the training of these soldiers are the drill sergeants, who are carefully selected by the Department of the Army. The drill sergeant campaign hat and badge have been a stoic symbol of professionalism and pride since 1962. At this time, the drill sergeant of the cycle for Bravo Company, 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, Senior Drill Sergeant Alex Carter, will recite the Drill Sergeant Creed. We ask that all drill sergeants past and present please stand for the reciting of the Drill Sergeant Creed.
A Drill Sergeant Creed. I am a drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standards of military bearing and courtesy consistent with the highest traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Fleming and First Sergeant Moss will now present the awards. The outstanding drill sergeant of the cycle for the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment is Senior Drill Sergeant Alex Carter from Denver, Colorado. The soldier leader of the cycle for Alpha Company is Specialist Landon McClune from East Wenatchee, Washington. The soldier of the cycle for Alpha Company is Specialist Isaiah Jones from Lawton, Oklahoma. The soldier leader of the cycle for Bravo Company is Private First Class Aliana Acosta from Hinesville, Georgia. The soldier of the cycle for Bravo Company is Specialist Devin Wilcox from Cache, Oklahoma. The soldier leader of the cycle for Charlie Company is Specialist Alan Lamar from Olive Branch, Mississippi. The soldier of the cycle for Charlie Company is Specialist Mitchell Pitney from Vail, Arizona. The soldier leader of the cycle for Delta Company is Private Kevin Walls from Westlake, Ohio. The soldier of the cycle for Delta Company is Private Daniel Avila from Comanche, Oklahoma. The soldier leader of the cycle for Echo Company is Specialist Brett McKay from Auburn, Alabama. The soldier of the cycle for Echo Company is Private Jacob Smith from Mesa, Arizona. The battalion non-commissioned officer of the cycle is Sergeant Anderson Sanchez from Claremont, Florida. The battalion soldier of the cycle is Specialist Anthony Ambrose from Oxnard, California. The battalion civilian of the cycle is Miss Janice Brown from Etuville, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Randolph J. Fleming.
Good morning. Before I start, I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests, Colonel Utlaut, our teammates from Senator Graham's office, and other command teams. We thank you for joining us, and we welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. To the Rock Force family and friends in the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, Rock Force soldiers, welcome to Fort Jackson and Hilton Field. We understand that many of you have traveled long distances or are watching remotely, and we want to sincerely thank you for your support that you've shown your soldier through their journey here at BCT. Please give yourselves a round of applause. I would also like to thank all the military veterans and retirees present with us today. Can I ask you to stand and please be recognized? It's a fact that we would not be here today celebrating this great achievement if it were not for your sacrifices and dedication to defending this great nation. So we thank you for your service. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the 282nd Army Band. You always add a class of touch to any occasion, and we truly appreciate your support. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, now a little about your soldiers and their journey here. You know, I always enjoy speaking to the families and congratulating the soldiers on their achievements, but today is a special day. It's special because we get to publicly recognize and welcome our newest soldiers into your Army. It's special because it's their opportunity to showcase to you their story of perseverance, teamwork, and the sacrifices they've made to stand on this field today. 10 weeks ago, we welcomed over 1,100 new trainees from entry stations nationwide. And with the incredible support of dedicated staff and civilian employees from across Fort Jackson, we put your loved ones through their paces. We tested their grit, showed them what it meant to be a member of a team, and instilled discipline. And as a result, you have who is standing in front of you today, an impressive group of 1,050 transformed volunteers who can proudly proclaim they are disciplined, trained, and fit United States Army soldiers. Throughout this training, these warfighters accomplished some incredible feats and met the standard for every training requirement we put in front of them. They overcame fear, experienced shared hardship, and showed resiliency in the face of the challenges. To give you an idea of their accomplishments, let me share some of the journey with you. Your loved ones rappelled down a 40-foot tower, completed multiple rigorous obstacle courses, executed 13 ranges where they shot thousands of rounds, and ultimately qualified on their weapon. They threw live hand grenades. They low-crawled the length of a football field in sand at night under heavy machine gun fire. Completed multiple field training exercises like the hammer, anvil, and the forge, where they patrolled individually over 60 miles under heavy rucksacks under the unpredictable South Carolina weather. And this is just a small sample of their accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women standing in formation today did everything we asked of them. It is without a doubt each soldier standing here has earned and deserves the title of American soldier. This formation is also as American as you can get. They come from all over the country, from small towns like Mighton, Utah, Laurie Station, Pennsylvania. They come from our large cities like Los Angeles and New York City. In fact, they've joined us from across the globe, from countries like Ghana, Dominican Republic, Kuwait, Morocco. Our youngest soldier is 17, and the oldest is 43. Those old folks. 80 have associates, 156 have bachelors, 26 have masters, and 1 has a PhD. Some even left their jobs where they served as police officers, firemen, and educators, while many have served our country previously in the Air Force, Marines, and Navy. And finally, I think this one is extra special. For 96 of the soldiers standing before you, yesterday was not just another day. It was a pivotal moment in their lives. These brave men and women took the oath to become American citizens. Families and friends, this is your United States Army, and let's give them a round of applause. So I said at the beginning this was an impressive group, but there's a little bit more to the story. In addition to the support from the families at home, none of this would have been possible without the coaching, mentoring, and guidance from an incredible group of specially trained and carefully selected Rock Force drill sergeants. For the last 10 weeks, these drill sergeants were with your soldiers day in and day out, walking through the rain, through the cold, standing side by side your soldier, leading them through their tough times and their joys. They were their role models, and they were their inspiration, and I'd like you to join me in giving them a round of applause. All right, to the soldiers of 334 Infantry, I want to congratulate you on your accomplishment. You have entered a profession full of tradition, pride, and standards. From this day forward, you are now charged with protecting your fellow Americans' freedoms, upholding the Army's traditions, honoring the Army's accomplishments, and living the Army values. This may sound daunting, but remember, you've proven you got what it takes. Now I'll leave you just with a few thoughts as you start your new journey. First, I want you to continue to build on your legacy of accomplishment. This isn't the end. There's an old adage that says to whom much is given, much will be required. And during your time here, you've been poured into, spent countless hours in classes and in the field, trained in your warrior task and drills, and you've been taught what it takes to be a good teammate. I challenge you to carry these skills forward to your next assignment. Your leaders and future teammates will expect this of you. Second, wear your uniform with pride. It tells your story. It tells the story of those who served before you. It bears witness to the sacrifices and dedication of those brave men and women who in some cases have paid the ultimate price. Quite simply, it signifies that you're standing on the shoulders of giants. Third, have fun. Enjoy yourself. I can promise you will meet your best friend, come in contact and train with people from all over the world, and visit places you never dreamed of. I challenge you to cherish each moment. And then finally, never forget where you started. When times get tough, as they undoubtedly will, remember that you were forged and shaped in the crucible of Fort Jackson's basic combat training, and you emerged at the other end, solid as a rock. You are forever a Rock Force soldier. Congratulations, teammates. Take the beach, strike strong, and victory.
Today's soldier is, above all, a warrior, adaptive, confident, and competent. As a soldier, you are totally committed to the warrior ethos, grounded in Army values, and determined to destroy enemies of the United States of America and her allies. The United States Army Soldier's Creed embodies this commitment. To the soldiers on the field, the uniform you wear at this moment is more than an outward display of your vocational choice. Your uniform is a symbol of a nation and an unspoken assurance to all who see you that you are a willing and able protector of the freedoms fought so arduously for, by all who have gone before and those who will bravely come after. You have become what you set out to be, a soldier in the United States Army. The Soldier's Creed is your declaration of your unshakable commitment to the ideals this nation was founded upon and will continue to guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Private First Class Aliana Acosta presents a certificate of appreciation to the retirees and leads the soldiers standing before you through the reciting of the Soldier's Creed. Please be seated.
pass and review.
Pass and review!
In consideration of those around you, we ask that you please remain seated and in the bleachers until all soldiers have passed the reviewing stand and the conclusion of the ceremony is announced. As you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Once the ceremony has concluded, family members of awardees may meet their soldiers under the canopy located to the left of the bleachers. All other family members and friends, please meet your soldiers on the field once instructed by the narrator or by respective companies. The 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment lineage. Constituted 1 July 1916 in the regular Army as Company Charlie, 34th Infantry. Organized 15 July 1916 at El Paso, Texas. 34th Infantry assigned 6 December 1917 to the 7th Division, relieved 24 March 1923 from assignment to the 7th Division, and assigned to the 8th Division, relieved 15 August 1927 from the assignment to the 8th Division, and assigned to the 4th Division, relieved. 1 October 1933 from assignment to the 4th Division, and assigned to the 8th Division, later redesignated as the 8th Infantry Division. Inactivated 5 June 1940 at Fort Benning, Georgia. Activated 1 July 1940 at Camp Jackson, South Carolina. Inactivated 5 June 1958 and relieved from assignment to the 24th Infantry Division. Concurrently redesignated as Headquarters and Headquarters Company, 3rd Battle Group, 34th Infantry. Withdrawn 17 March 1959 from the regular Army, allotted to the Army Reserve, and assigned to the 79th Infantry Division. Battle Group activated 23 March 1959 with headquarters at Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Inactivated 28 March 1963 at Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and relieved from the assignment to the 79th Infantry Division. Redesignated 21 July 1977 as a 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry, withdrawn from the Army Reserve and allotted to the regular Army. Headquarters transferred 27 February 1987 to the United States Army Training and Doctrines Command and activated at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Inactivated 31 March 1989 at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Redesignated 1 October 2005 as the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, and activated at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Passing the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troops, Major Michelle Walker, and the battalion staff. The 282nd Army Band is directed by First Sergeant Sean Cupp. The drum major is Sergeant Jonathan Gifford. Alpha Company is commanded by Captain Cedric Polkadonkwa. First Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Austin Buchanan and trained by Drill Sergeant John Phillips. 2nd Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Tucker and trained by Drill Sergeant Andrew Bookfeller. 3rd Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant William Ayers and trained by Drill Sergeant Diana Mora. 4th Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Dwight Simon and trained by Drill Sergeant Damon Schroeder. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant James Toller. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are approached by the American flag, it is appropriate to rise and remain standing until it has passed to your right. Bravo Company is commanded by First Lieutenant Nikki Lum. 1st Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Alexis Hamilton and trained by Drill Sergeant Alvin Passmore. Second Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Ahmad Johnson and trained by Drill Sergeant Portia Forbes. Third Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Donovan Fennell and trained by Drill Sergeant Ivan Aguilera. Fourth Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Cole Minier and trained by Drill Sergeant Richard Thompson. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Alex Hinton. Charlie Company is commanded by Captain Luke Resco. First Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Kofi Latif and trained by Drill Sergeant Juan Aguilar. Second Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Alan Mitchell and trained by Drill Sergeant Nelson Rivera Diaz. Third Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Paul Blackwell and trained by Drill Sergeant Ryan Wood. Fourth Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Summers and trained by Drill Sergeant Darian Levette. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Derek Lee. Delta Company is commanded by Captain Akinwale Opateo. First Platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Kyle Schedule and trained by Drill Sergeant Andrea Salas. Second Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Richard Barrera and trained by Drill Sergeant Nicholas Parker. 3rd Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Harley Kirkland and trained by Drill Sergeant Katrina Bambers. Fourth Platoon is led by Drill Sergeant Iera Parker and trained by Drill Sergeant Jesse Diaz. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant, Sergeant First Class Darbus Bubran. Echo Company is commanded by Captain James Barrows. First Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Jordan Moorer and trained by Drill Sergeant Daniel Edwards. Second Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Kiera Ivy and trained by Drill Sergeant Saul Guillen. Third Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Daniel Morgan and trained by Drill Sergeant Devontae Young. Fourth Platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Chung Jin and trained by Drill Sergeant William Walker. In the rear of the formation is the First Sergeant Francisco Mercado. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Army's song, and please remain in the bleachers until the conclusion of the ceremony is announced. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please enjoy the rest of your day and have a safe journey home. Victory starts here. Drill Sergeant John Phillips. Second platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Christopher Tucker and trained by Drill Sergeant Andrew Goodfellow. Third platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant William Ayers and trained by Drill Sergeant Diana Mora. Fourth platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Dwight Simon. Company is commanded by Captain Luke Russell. First platoon is led by Senior Drill Sergeant Cody Platoon and trained by Drill Sergeant Ryan Aguilar. is led by